I mean, it's tough, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we lean on him a lot as a defense, but we got guys that are ready to pick up the baton and be ready for what's to come.
What is your gauge of the level of confidence? I mean, obviously, there's still a ton of good players in this team without him, but he's a big piece of what you guys have been doing. You know, moving on without him, how good do you feel about being able to do that?
I mean, I feel extremely good, you know. I just feel like we just got to execute at a higher level with certain things, you know, to pick up that slack. But, I mean, it's going to be a challenge, but, I mean, every team has to deal with stuff like this, so it's no different for us.
Is it that easy said that, you know, execute at a higher level? Is it easy that easy said and done, or how do you go about doing that?
Not necessarily. It's not easy to do that, but just putting more time in and the younger guys just kind of taking that next step, you know. I feel like that's a big deal. The younger guys taking the next step, that'd be huge for us.
Is there any difference?
What's the thing you miss most with him out of there, do you think, as a member of this defense?
I mean, you don't know. Any time he can make a play, you know what I'm saying? Anytime he could be a game changer. I feel like that's the biggest thing we're missing, but, I mean, hopefully guys step up.
Is there any difference when he goes on IR and it's like, all right, maybe it's just 4 weeks, and then the finality of it there, does that change anything to the mindset or approach of how you guys planned on handling and overcoming his loss?
I mean, for me personally, no. I look at it, I mean, it's definitely a tough situation, but just got to deal with it. Like I said, it's part of the game, and unfortunately that happened. So I'm still ready to play, and our guys are still ready to play.
I know you guys are understand it and are ready to move on, but is there still some frustration? You guys have had a different defensive starting lineup every week of the year, and now this. I mean, is it at some point like, what the hell is wrong this year kind of thing? Yeah,
I mean, that's just adversity, you know what I'm saying? Every team goes through it. This is part of our story, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a great story when it's over, so that's all I can say.
I mean, last year you lost Trey for the most crucial stretch part of the season. Trey is an all-pro. I mean, it's a pretty big loss. I mean, do you just personally, do you look at that and just say, okay, you know, this is part of our business?
I mean, yeah. Like I said, I mean, every team deals with stuff like this. Maybe not to this extent, but at the end of the day, we got to pick up the pieces and move on. And yeah, Trey was hurt. I feel like last year Dane stepped up majorly. You know what I'm saying, for us. So hopefully we get a young guy to step up for us, and we'll see.
You didn't have, you know, kind of on the heels of that question. I don't know if this is a fair comparison or whatever, but I mean, you didn't have Trey White. Von Miller wasn't on the roster yet. And look at how close you guys were last year. If you got out of Kansas City, who knows what happens? Is that a fair train of thought? And can you guys draw on that, I guess?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with everything you just said. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just going to have a young guy step up just like Dane did last year.
Real quick, but with the Jets, you know, Mike White, he's only had a few starts, and now 2 of them are going to be against you guys. How much different does he look this year than last year, if at all?
For me, as far as on film, he looks pretty much the same. I mean, he's getting the ball out of his hands pretty quickly, not really trying to take sacks, which is good for them, you know. It's just going to give us some opportunities.
How does that loss still sit with you guys, understanding it came down to it, and especially that last drive defensively as they just ran the ball down the field? How do you take that into this matchup?
What loss?
The Jets lost.
Sorry.
Oh, I know. But mainly, I mean, that happened some weeks ago, so we just want to learn from it and move on from it, hopefully correct our mistakes.
Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore, good run after the catch guys. What do you think? Tackling is important every week, but a little more this week, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge every single week, you know what I'm saying? Just making sure we get guys to the ball, and when he's catching something, we making sure we getting over there.